You won't believe what I'm going to tell you. In 1968, 3 astronauts left Earth. They were the first humans to orbit the moon. They saw Earthrise for the first time. Bill Anders took the famous photo. They circled the moon 10 times. No one had done that before. They read from Genesis on live TV on Christmas Eve. The mission proved humans could travel to the moon. It set the stage for Apollo 11. A light year is a unit of distance. It tells how far light travels in 1 year. Light moves fast, 300,000 kilometers every second. In 1 year, it covers about 9.5 trillion kilometers. That is 1 light year. The sun is 8 light minutes away. Pluto is about 5 light hours away. The nearest star is over 4 light years away. So a light year is not time, it is distance. It helps astronomers measure the huge gaps in space. Galaxies can be cannibals. They eat smaller galaxies. Gravity pulls stars and gas away. Streams of stars arc across space. Our Milky Way is eating the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy now. In the past, it swallowed others. When galaxies collide, they can merge. New stars are born from the chaos. Supermassive black holes can grow. Andromeda and the Milky Way will collide in about 4 billion years. They will likely merge into one giant galaxy. It's violent. It's beautiful. Instantly after the Big Bang, space grew incredibly fast. This is cosmic inflation. It stretched the universe like dough. Tiny quantum wiggles were stretched too. Those wiggles became galaxies and stars. Inflation made the universe smooth and uniform. It explains why far regions look the same. When inflation ended, energy became particles and light. We still see its echoes in the cosmic microwave background. Red dwarfs are the most common stars in the galaxy. They are small and cool. They glow faint red. They burn fuel very slowly. That gives them lifetimes of trillions of years, much longer than our sun. They are fully mixed inside, so they can use almost all their hydrogen. Many red dwarfs flare with huge storms. Planets in their habitable zones are very close. Those worlds may be tidally locked, but they might still hold life. The International Space Station is the most expensive object ever built. It cost about $150 billion. Thousands of parts came from 15 countries. It took more than 30 missions to build. It is the size of a football field. 6 astronauts live there on rotation. It orbits Earth every 90 minutes. That means they see 16 sunrises a day. Scientists run experiments you can't do on Earth. It shows what humans can build together in space. There is a star that is 13.2 billion years old. It formed not long after the Big Bang. That makes it almost as old as the universe. The star is small and very metal poor. It keeps the chemical story of the first stars. Looking at it is like looking back in time. Some planets don't just have rain, they have diamond rain. Deep inside giant ice planets, pressure crushes methane. Carbon atoms squeeze together. They form tiny diamonds. The diamonds fall like hail. On some exoplanets, the rain could be huge. Those worlds have lots more carbon than Earth. Hot temperatures and huge pressure make it happen. Scientists think there could be rivers of solid diamond. Space is stranger than we imagine. The Eye of God Nebula looks like an eye. It is a dying star. The star blew off its outer layers. Those layers glow in bright gas. A hot core lights them up. That makes the ring in the pupil. Astronomers call it a planetary nebula. It will fade in a few thousand years. The core will cool into a white dwarf. We are watching a sun's last light in space. The Eye of God is really a star saying goodbye. Venus is wrapped in clouds, but they are not water. They are sulfuric acid. Tiny droplets float in the sky. This acid is strong and corrosive. It forms from sulfur dioxide and sunlight. Acid rain falls down, but it evaporates before it reaches the ground. The surface is hidden and super hot. The pressure is crushing. Those clouds make Venus very bright in our sky. They also make it deadly to visit. Earth has a giant invisible shield. It comes from our molten iron core. That moving metal makes a magnetic field. The field deflects the solar wind. It blocks deadly charged particles from space. When particles hit the field, we see auroras. Without the shield, our air could be stripped. Mars lost much of its atmosphere this way. The magnetic field also helps animals navigate. It keeps satellites and life safer. We owe a lot to this invisible protector. In 2001, Dennis Tito became the first space tourist. He paid roughly $20 million for a seat. He launched on a Russian Soyuz to the International Space Station. He stayed in orbit for about a week. Tito was an engineer and a self-made millionaire. His flight showed that private citizens could go to space. It changed how people thought about space travel. Now companies are building rides for more tourists. The universe smells like seared steak. Astronauts reported this after spacewalks. They smelled steak, hot metal, and raspberries. But space itself has no nose. Those smells come from chemistry. Radiation breaks molecules and rebuilds them. Complex carbon molecules form in space dust and dying stars. When they react, they give off scents we know. So the cosmos can smell like barbecue, in a way. Some astronomers think a ninth planet hides at the edge of our solar system. It's called Planet 9. We haven't seen it. Clues come from strange orbits of icy objects beyond Neptune. Those objects cluster, as if something is tugging them. Models say the planet could be 5 to 10 times Earth. It may orbit hundreds of AU away. One orbit could take 10,000 to 20,000 years. Finding it would change how we see the solar system. Far away, something is tugging on our galaxy. Astronomers call it the Great Attractor. It sits in the direction of Centaurus and Norma. It pulls entire galaxy clusters, including the Milky Way. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We drift toward it at hundreds of kilometers per second. We can't see it clearly. Dense matter and dark matter likely hide it. Still, its pull shapes our cosmic neighborhood. In about 4 billion years, the Andromeda Galaxy will crash into our Milky Way. 2 giant galaxies, one slow cosmic dance. They will merge into a new galaxy astronomers call Milkomeda. Stars are tiny, so most stars will miss each other. But gravity will fling some into new orbits. Our night sky will change. What would you want to see as that happens? Would you watch from Earth or a spaceship? Life might adapt. It's far in the future. Still, it's breathtaking. Far beyond Neptune lies a vast cloud. It is the Oort cloud. Billions of icy bodies drift there. They are left over from the solar system's birth. Comets live in this deep, dark halo. Sometimes one tumbles inward. It becomes bright and fast across our sky. Imagine its long journey from the edge of the sun's reach. Now tell me, would you visit the Oort cloud if you could? Or is it better left alone? Either way, it marks the true edge of our home. Far away, astronomers found a super-Earth. It is bigger than our planet. It is still rocky. Gravity is stronger. Winds howl over taller mountains. Volcanoes may pour lava more often. Oceans could be deeper and darker. Do you think life could survive on a planet like that? Imagine the sky with thicker clouds. Imagine cities built to hold down gravity. The light from its star would feel familiar but fierce. Exploring it would change everything. Once the universe was bright, stars burned and galaxies danced. But space keeps stretching. The Big Freeze says this stretch never stops. Galaxies drift far apart. Stars run out of fuel and fade. Planets grow cold. Black holes slowly evaporate in a tiny whisper. Heat and light thin until nothing moves. Time goes on, but the universe grows dark and still. In the far future, everything is near absolute zero. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Imagine a pebble the size of a small town. It orbits high above Mars. Its name is Deimos. It is tiny, about 12 kilometers across. That makes it one of the smallest moons we know. It looks like a lumpy rock. Deep craters are almost filled with dust. Scientists think it might be a captured asteroid. Its gravity is so weak you could jump off. It was found in 1877 by Asaph Hall. Its name means fear. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Red giants have exhausted their fuel. A star like the Sun burns hydrogen in its core. When that hydrogen runs out, the core collapses and heats up. The outer layers swell and cool. The star grows huge and red. Inside, helium can start to fuse into heavier elements. If the star is very massive, fusion continues until iron builds up and a supernova happens. If the star is smaller, it puffs off its layers and becomes a white dwarf. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Space has giants. They are called superclusters. They are groups of many galaxy clusters. They stretch across hundreds of millions of light years. They contain thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of galaxies. Our home is in one called Laniakea. Laniakea spans about 520 million light years. Galaxies inside move along filaments of the cosmic web. Many head toward a region called the Great Attractor. Superclusters formed by gravity over billions of years. They are the largest structures we can see, but most are not tightly bound. The universe's expansion pulls them apart slowly. What do you think about these giants? Write your opinion in the comments. You're alone on a crippled shuttle. Power is out. You light a candle for comfort. Instead of a flickering teardrop, the flame balloons into a perfect glowing sphere. There's no up in microgravity. Hot gas can't rise. Air reaches the flame only by diffusion. That makes the flame symmetric. It burns cooler and bluer. Soot chemistry changes. Wax vaporizes evenly, no dripping. It looks like a tiny sun floating above the wick. Pretty, but it won't warm your hands. The flame can even smother itself as soot coats the wick. Would you light a candle in space? Tell me what you do in the comments. The universe is mostly empty space, and that makes contact between worlds almost accidental. So I shrank to the size of an atom and walked into a football stadium. I put a marble at center. That marble is the nucleus. The electrons are buzzing way out in the stands. Most of the stadium is air, mostly nothing. Between stars, it's even emptier. 1 atom per cubic centimeter. Between galaxies, it's colder and thinner. Empty doesn't mean useless. It's full of fields, energy, and room to move. Does that comfort you or freak you out? Tell me in the comments. A patch of sky goes black. If we ignore it, we miss a story. Telescopes point. At first, nothing. Then, infrared flares. A hidden star switches on. This is a dark nebula. Thick dust blocks visible light. It hides newborn stars. It also feeds them. Gravity squeezes gas until a core ignites. Sometimes the dark looks like a horse or a skull. Those shapes are clouds, not empty space. The twist. The void is a womb. Darkness makes light. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. If stars stopped burning hydrogen, life on Earth would vanish. But here's the weird part. Stars are mostly 2 gases, hydrogen, helium. They squeeze hydrogen so hard that atoms fuse into helium. That fusion turns mass into light. It pushes out. Gravity pulls in. Balance makes a star. Fusion needs millions of degrees and crushing pressure. Most of a star stays hydrogen. Only a tiny bit becomes heavier elements. Those heavy atoms come later, in red giant guts and supernova blasts. So simple gases do a tiny trick that builds your oxygen and iron. Most of your hydrogen is older than any star. What do you think about that? Tell me in the comments. What if I told you the biggest thing in the universe isn't a star or a galaxy? It is the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall. It stretches about 10 billion light years across. It contains countless galaxies and huge superclusters. Astronomers spotted it in 2013. They found it by mapping gamma-ray bursts. Its size could break a key assumption in cosmology. That assumption says the universe looks the same everywhere. If the wall is real, we must rethink cosmic structure. But many scientists still debate the finding. Do you think this giant wall really exists? Tell me your opinion in the comments. What if every choice you make creates another you? Some physicists say that could be real. It's called the multiverse. It suggests many parallel universes exist. In one, you took that job. In another, you never left your hometown. In one, you made a different decision, and your life looks nothing like this. The many worlds idea comes from quantum physics. Another multiverse idea comes from cosmic inflation after the Big Bang. We don't have proof yet, but the possibility changes how we think about fate and responsibility. Do you believe in parallel universes? Tell me why in the comments. What if I told you the universe is flat? Not like a pancake, not like a sheet. Flat in the math sense. Triangles still add to 180 degrees. Maps of the cosmic microwave background prove it. Satellites like WMAP and Planck measured it. They find no overall curvature on the largest scales. That doesn't stop stars from warping space nearby. It only means the cosmos, as a whole, behaves like flat space. Do you buy that? Tell me your opinion in the comments. Aliens are probably watching us right now, yet we have no proof. This is the Fermi paradox. Enrico Fermi asked a simple question. Where is everybody? The universe is huge, billions of stars, billions of planets. So why silence? Maybe life is rare. Maybe intelligent life always destroys itself. Maybe advanced civilizations hide from us. Maybe they are so different we don't recognize them. Or maybe we're the first. Each answer is terrifying in its own way. Which one do you think is true? Tell me in the comments. This tiny dot could make Earth look ordinary. Meet Kepler 186f, found in 2014 by Kepler. About 490 light-years away in Cygnus. Roughly Earth-sized, about 1.1 times Earth's radius. It orbits a red dwarf every 130 days. It sits in the star's habitable zone, so liquid water could exist there. But we don't know its atmosphere or mass. Temperatures depend on its air. It might be tidally locked. It's the first Earth-sized planet found in another star's habitable zone. Is it a hint we're not alone? What do you think? Write your opinion in the comments. What if there was an entire realm of worlds beyond our reach? Discover the Kuiper Belt, a vast, mysterious frontier in our solar system. Stretching billions of miles, far past Neptune's icy orbit, it remains largely unexplored. This cosmic donut is home to countless frozen objects in dwarf planets like Pluto. These ancient remnants hold pristine clues to the solar system's chaotic birth. Imagine the uncharted worlds, brimming with secrets yet to be unveiled. From complex organic molecules to exotic forms of ice, discovery awaits. What mysteries do you think the Kuiper Belt holds? Share your theories below. Saturn's moon Titan has lakes and rivers, much like Earth's, but they are liquid methane and ethane, freezing blood. Imagine an alien beach. Liquid gas waves crash. Orange hydrocarbon snow falls from smoggy skies. -290 Fahrenheit, steel shatters like glass. Vast methane seas swallow countries. Rain falls upward. Titan mirrors Earth's water cycle with rocket fuel. What Earth-like processes exist on distant worlds? Scientists discovered a massive void in space. It breaks the laws of physics. This is the Boat's void. It spans 330 million light-years. Normal space has thousands of galaxies. This void has fewer than 60. Our understanding can't explain it, like a hole punched through reality. If Earth was at its center, we wouldn't see other galaxies until the 1960s. What created this impossible emptiness?
Neutron stars are so dense. A teaspoon of their material weighs 6 billion tons. These cosmic monsters form when massive stars collapse. Matter is crushed, protons and electrons merge into neutrons. But here's the mind-bending twist. Drop that teaspoon on Earth. It wouldn't just create a crater. Gravitational pull would be so extreme. It tunnels straight through a planet's core, emerging on the other side, turning Earth into cosmic Swiss cheese. One tiny spoon could destroy our entire world. Free diamonds literally rain from the sky on Neptune and Uranus. Scientists discovered extreme pressure turns carbon atoms into diamond crystals. These aren't tiny specks. Some diamonds are as large as hailstones. It's the most expensive weather system in our entire solar system. Methane breaks down by lightning, releasing carbon that transforms. Imagine storms where precious gems, not water, dodge you. What other mind-blowing secrets are our neighboring planets hiding? Your entire body is made of ancient stardust. Every atom in your body was forged in a dying star. Massive stars exploded, scattering elements like cosmic confetti. Gravity formed our solar system, Earth, and eventually you. The oxygen you breathe was created inside a star that died before our sun was even born. You're walking stardust, experiencing the universe through human consciousness. How does it feel, made of the same material as distant galaxies?